It's Foxy Colorist coming to you live from the Fox's Den for what? Moonlight coloring. Yes, it is Women's History Month. And I'm like, okay, I want a superhero to color. And who other than Wonder Woman? Hey, Wonder Woman. I am going to color her tonight using my Neocolor tubes. Let me just do a few administrative things and we are going to get it started. It is Friday. I hope everyone had an awesome week. I do. One second. Yes, there we go. I hope everyone had an awesome week. I really do. But we are going to get started coloring on our moon. Let me make sure that you all can see Wonder Woman. Let me move these Neocolor tubes out of the way. All right. So first, let me say what Neocolor tubes are. These are the water soluble, the ones you can add water to, and they move around almost, I mean, pretty much like watercolors. I really like them. They allow you to finish pages faster, in my opinion. Again, that is my opinion. All right, but I think they are perfect to use uh, for for a page like this. Hello, women in the chat. Amy's Travels in Color and Mandy Spivey. Welcome to the Fox's Den for what? Moonlight coloring. That's right. That is right. I had a hard week this week, and we are going to celebrate Women's History Month by coloring one of my favorite women superheroes, Wonder Woman. I'm gonna tell you this, y'all. In this book with Wonder Woman, thick thighs save lives, baby. Yes, they do. Okay. Bang, bang, boomerang. That's what I'm talking about. You better serve these thighs, being a woman that thick thighs save lives, that applies to me too. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Count me present. I'm raising my hand. Foxy Colorist, are you here? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I was a little bit tired because I had a rough week. I was on call, but I am feeling better. I am. I hope you feel better, Mandy. Amy, Travels in Colors, how are you tonight? But let me make sure I set my timer for 1 hour because I want to do this for 1 hour because tomorrow I am going to hot Pilates. Yes. Shout out to Mr. Pilates. Yes, I'll be there. I say, my dad say, God willing and the creek don't rise. I will be there. That used to be so funny to me when I was a kid. Like the creek don't rise. Why would the creek rise? Anyway, look. Anywho, okay. I hope I did that right. I might not have. But we are going to color for 1 hour. Wonder Woman in celebration of Women's History Month. Yes. Shout out to all the women. Yes. Shout out to for all the wonderful things that you do. All right. So many awesome things that women, mothers, we do. Okay, great. Sorry, we are going to color for an hour. But if you don't have Neocolor tubes, you should get them. Yes. Um, why do I love them? I'm gonna show you why I love them in a moment. Shout out to Deb, one of my subscribers. She ended up purchasing some Neocolor tubes after I went to her craft party, and several of us, we were all coloring with different watercolor products. But she got a set. I told her to get a small set. Don't be like me. Y'all know I just jumped straight off the mountain. Okay. Thank God the Lord be providing parachutes. But I just do that. I just jump straight in. But so I put a little bit of the dark, what color is this? Raw sienna. And what is this? Golden Orchard on Wonder Woman's thigh. Now, a lot of times people use the watercolor brushes, but I always tend up having way too much water when I use these. Other people can use them and not have a lot of water. I'm not that blessed to do that. So I just like to use a regular brush, a regular paintbrush, and that is clean. And just kind of dab it on a paper towel, and then just gently work the color in. Look at that. Look at that. Lottie Dottie. And everybody can shade. Just put a little bit of dark highlight on the outside, and boom, boom. There you go. Okay. I mean, that is so much. I just think about, like, how long it takes me to sometimes blend stuff. And you can, so I like to use a palette sometimes to hold the water, just so I get a little bit. Now, see, right now I'm like danger on Will Rogers, dangers. That look like a lot of water, but okay, there we go. All right, awesome. So yeah, so I had a great day. Shout out to Lynette. We met at Barnes and Noble, and we chatted and we talked. Chatted and talked. It's the same thing, Fox. And we colored. I love hanging out with friends and and coloring. It's starting to get warm in the ATL. It is. So it is a great time to hang out with friends and color and show each other your new supplies. Or um, shout out to Dee, another one of my subscribers. Hung out with her the other night. I said, show me your colored pencils. Show me your favorite colored pencils. And guess what? Hey, Denise, um, big cousin in the house, and she bought her colors. Colors are her favorite color pencils. And you know what, guys? I love colors too. I really do. First of all, I love the price. It's a great colored pencil for the price. It really is. And they have some wonderful colors. Wonderful colors. All right. So what I've learned since I've been using Neo colors is, you need to let it dry a little bit in between, applying more color. I learned that because normally I would just go right back over this, but I'm gonna let her thigh dry. I'm gonna let her thigh dry. Y'all got that? Y'all know I like to do a little rhyme. But look how quick that was. Okay. Shout out for the quickness. I already got that color down. I see a little dark highlight, a little light in the middle. Who ain't happy? Who not? Foxy is. Foxy's happy. Now I think I should have gone a little bit lighter, but it's several pictures of Wonder Woman in here. We're gonna make it happen. We are going to make it happen. All right, so let us go up a little bit higher. So my brother and I used to watch the Super Friends. That's right, BA in the house, y'all. That's where I'm from. Virginia, yay. For who? It's for lovers. That's right. Mr. Lover Lover. Yeah, that's who Virginia is for. It's for lovers. That's right. But now I'm in a peach state with my boo. I'm not upset. All right, so the light color I'm putting in the middle, but you know what? This time I'm gonna add a little bit of white to it. It might just be a little bit too dark. And then just on like the rim of her arm, I'm going to add my darker color. I am. So I think this is so weird about this, and maybe you guys might know. So, when I look at these like Wonder Woman pages, especially this one over here where she's fighting this monster, it's a lot going on. But I don't feel like some type of way when I'm about to color it, like distressed or, anything like that. Like, I can feel with like some of my mythographic books. If you've been, watching my series that I do on Monday for mythographic, I'd be straight wanting to cry. Like, why I picked this? Oh my God. But when I see Wonder Woman, I'm like, okay, I got this. I wonder why is that? Why is that? That's right, it's going on. That's right, Virginia. You better tell them it's for lovers. So all right, so here we go. Now I added a little bit of white this time. We're gonna see how this goes. I like that. I like that. So what I'm doing this time is I'm going from the dark rim and I'm going, it's almost like going from dark to light, and I'm pushing it out this way. I do notice that I didn't put any dark right here. So Deb, you're probably not looking at this right now, but if you are, this is how you go about coloring skin tone with Neocolor tubes. I was asked that, well, how do you color skin tones? Um, you know how sometimes you be like, I can show you better than I can tell you. Here we go. Now I know I'm going to go back over this in certain areas with colored pencil, but I definitely just wanted to show this really quickly. Keep forgetting this. And again, this is, what is it, Karen Dosh? I'm probably saying that wrong. Neocolor 2 crowns. And guys, you know, there's sometimes I don't even put water to it, especially in the beginning when I was messing up all my coloring books. I was like, I'm not even going to add water. I need to just learn how to color using them without the water first. And then once I feel comfortable coloring them without the water, let me tell y'all something. Jay Carey everywhere tonight. What's up? Jay sees it. Then when I feel comfortable coloring without the water, okay, I'm saying that wrong. I'm focusing. Hold, please, hold. Yeah, once I understood how they laid down, that's when I added water because I was just tearing up coloring book pages. All right, Wonder Woman, I'm gonna need you to serve. Serve, boo, serve. So I'm gonna add a little variation of color on her. I'm gonna do it a little bit right here. But look at how fast this is going. This is making me happy. If I was doing it with colored pencil, it would not be going this fast. It would not. Now, I would like to thank my Santa husband for purchasing this large set, but you don't need the large set. You don't. You don't have to have the large set. Just a, just a few will do. But welcome to Moonlight Coloring. Yes. I'm going to do this. The goal is on the last Friday of every month, we're going to do some moonlight coloring. We are going to color something that is super fun. And I wanted to color Wonder Woman. I'm thinking about Women's History Month. Um, that is what March is, Women's History Month. So I wanted to color Wonder Woman. Thank you, Jay Carey. All right, here we go. Looking good. So quick and easy. I mean, I may never color a skin tone with a pencil again. I mean, why? Okay, why? Why? I just want to know why. Why would I do that? I may never, but I don't want to lose what I've learned, so I will. Thank you, Tiffany, for teaching me how to color skin tones with colored pencil. Awesome. All right, y'all. I think Wonder Woman is serving. I think she's serving. I do. All right, let me just make, this a little bit darker because I want this to pop a little bit more. Let me add some more contrast here on this outer rim. Adding some more contrast to make this pop. So I'm actually looking forward to hot Pilates tomorrow, guys. I am getting stronger. I can tell my strength is coming back. But one thing, the whole time I'm in hot Pilates, I'm like, "Ooh, child, it's hot in here." But I'm like, okay, it's meant to be hot, Foxy. Okay. But it's such a great workout. Mr. Pilates, he's awesome. If you are in the Atlanta area, you definitely You have to take one of his classes. Um, Follow him on IG. If you don't follow him on IG, follow him. Yes. Really great teacher, very fun. His music is amazing. Sometimes it makes you forget about the pain that you're experiencing. But I love it. And then shout out to And 8 Fitness. Yes. Danielle, how are you doing? I dance with her on Tuesdays. It's a great fitness class. Good night. Good night, because see you later. Get you a good rest. Yes. Thank you for joining. I know you was probably like, oh my God, why is she going live? Once a month, y'all. Once a month. Yes. All right. That thigh is serving. Okay. The thigh has its own platter. It does. I like it. And that's all that matters. Who like it? Me. 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 Okay, so let me go with her on her face. We're gonna start light. Let me move this down just a tad. All right, so let's make sure we're not jumping in and out of frame. Can't stand when that happens. Put this heart right there. Shout out to Martha Makes Art. She sent me that heart. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna start out light on her face. Okay, if I was putting on makeup, I think when I see people with makeup, they put it light right under their eyes, I think. I do believe they do that. Okay. Okay. Good job. All right, Fox. All right, where's my okay, here. Okay, so since this is her face, hey Lynette. Yes, late night coloring section. Lynette's on Facebook. Look, that's who I just hung out with. Yes, late night coloring session, Lynette. Someone asked me about coloring skin tones. So I was like, well, let me color Wonder Woman. It's Women's History Month. So yeah, shout out to all of the women who are making history every single day by doing what? Living life to the full, holding it together in spite of what did they say? Making a dollar out of what? 15 cent. That's right. Shout out to you guys making history every month. Okay. Yes, I'm proud of you. I am. All right, so now, normally when people put makeup on, this part is light. I'm trying to think of videos I've watched. All right, so now we're going to go in with a little darker color around her jawbone. And this needs to be sharpened. I don't like how dull this is. Around her jawbone. And that's looking really orangey. Real orangey. I don't want it to be too dark though, Crystal. Oh, Lord help. Okay, that's a lot. All right, so. Okay. All right, take your time, do it right. Spirit of SOS band. Take your time, do it right. You can do it, Foxy. Coloring by moonlight. Yes. All right, y'all. Y'all heard that? Foxy, you can do it. Take your time, do it right. You can do it, Foxy. Coloring by moonlight. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. It don't look too big. All right, where's my lightest one? Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Look fierce for him. Tell Wonder Woman, they don't want this smoke. She look like you don't want this smoke. Bad guy, you do not want this smoke. I'm the woman that you what? Wonder about. They call me who? Wonder Woman. Yeah. Y'all already know I'm great. All right. Spread it around. All right. So I am going to see. Now I have already colored one of these pictures and I came out. I like how it came out, okay? But what I was able to do was use Neocolor 2 to kind of like make gold. Let me tell you something. Now that is a forearm, okay? Look at it. Ooh, baby. She got a forearm on her. That's what you call gym membership gym. Okay, so I am going to do my best to do some gold. Okay, so where's the darkest shade? Shout out to Snickerdoodling. Okay, I'm gonna do my best. All right, so we're gonna start with the darkest brown here. Darkest brown there. It's like a goldenish brown. Okay. Then we are going to, oh, that might have been the darkest one. Here. Then here. Let's hurry up and add this one. And now let's add just another one that's a little bit lighter. Now, right now, I feel like I've added too much color for such a small area. Let's see if I can wipe it up a little bit. You never know. Well, no, Chris, don't do that. Trust the process. Just trust the process, girl. Looking more like I should have had more. You know what? I needed more yellow. I needed more yellow. That's why it's looking like that. I need a bright, like a canary yellow. That's what the Prismacolor pencil would be. I need more yellow in that. Okay, that's what's up. I love it when I can spot my mistakes. I love it. Um, I love that because before I'd be like, I don't know what to do. Help. We're gonna wait for it to dry some, but I do know that okay, so we're gonna make her this right here red. No, that's not the red I want. I'm gonna make this red. Girl, that is not red, that is green. Yes, there we go. I just love how you can just straight up color with these. Ooh, I just love it. And the colors cover such a large area too. I know I've seen a lot of people, they just lay down all the color, like they color the whole picture first, and then they go in and like activate it with water. That might be kind of, I need to try that one time. That might be a good idea. This might be. It might not be such a bad idea. All right, so I see how I did that one over there. Let me see. This is what golden yellow. This is. So I'm looking at that one. Let's see if we can practice makes perfect. All right. So this week I got to be on 24-hour call. Yeah, it was a little bit rough, but it's over. I get a break for 2 weeks, so I'm going to rest and enjoy that. I know I've told, some people, I started, it's warm outside, so I'm like, okay, I want to start back working out like like I used to. I actually used to be a fitness instructor, but sometimes I can do the most, and I got an injury. I don't do that anymore. But I used to run all the time. Oh, I used to just love it. If I sit and just close my eyes, and if you are a runner, you know about this. I can just take myself uh to my mind when I'm running, and just the fun, hearing your feet strike the ground and getting into your rhythm of your run. And it's like after you run that first mile, that's when your they call it your second wind, it kicks in. You can just run faster and even further. And oh, how I miss that. But um, yeah, I got an injury. I can't be doing all that no more. But I have coloring now, and you, you guys know, like with coloring, it's so fun just to sit and just focus and be inside your head. If y'all know what I mean by being inside your head. Bubble. Hey, yeah, yeah, I'm sorry, everybody live. Um, hey, Bubbles, it's moonlight coloring in the den. It is, but just being inside my head and just yeah, just planning out things in my mind. That's how I came up, or my coloring book came about. Just thinking about it, the different videos I had watched, and sometimes you got to encourage yourself. You know, you have to believe in yourself sometimes more than anybody could. Not that other people don't believe in you, but just that you just got to be like, go me, go me, go me, and just keep saying that, man, go me. You just got to do that. You just have to. You have to have that go me spirit. Yes. Even when it's not going well. Hello? You still gotta say go me. Got to say that. You got to be more fired up about yourself and your abilities than anyone else. Okay? I encourage you to do that. I encourage you to do that. Yes. I always say this. Can't nobody clap for me like me. Clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. That's not being conceited or ornery. That's just like pumping yourself up. That's believing in yourself. Okay? You can do it. Yes. What if they say you can do it all night? Let me tell you something. I could quote some Waterboy. I love that movie. I don't know what you guys' favorite movie is, but I love I love Waterboy. That mess is funny. And Vicky Valentine. Movies I can quote: Waterboy, uh, Big with Tom Hanks, The Color Purple. I'm telling Color Purple. Everything that happened in daily life, you can find one of the lines from Color Purple will go with it. All right, y'all. This red and this Neocolor tools is serving. If that ain't cherry, let me see. It should say cherry red, but what does it say? Where you at? Where you at? Scarlet. The scarlet red. Yes. You better do it, Wonder Woman. Women's History Month. Shout out to all the women in the chat. Men love you, men. But shout out to all the women in the chat. Thank you for all you do. Okay, you are appreciated. Tupac, you are appreciated. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, is that her outfit? It is. That's her outfit. Okay, so though that's not the gold I'm looking for, it does look a little bit better because I started with the yellow first. So I'm liking that. I need to remember that in my mind. And in some cases, start with the yellow first. I just dropped my pencil. All right. So, welcome to the Foxes Den. Yes, I'm Crystal, the Foxy Colorist. Okay. And who nicknamed me Foxy? Random people, y'all. I'm telling you. Um, look, for medical purposes, I had to start like wearing my hair natural. Okay. And I mean, the easiest thing for me was just wear it in an afro because no matter what happened, it was gonna do that anyway. Because for some reason my hair just shrinks up. It don't matter, and it shrinks up into a circle. So I'm minding my business, and people would just start yelling out, "Hey, Foxy!" And I would act like I didn't know who they were talking to because I did not know who they were talking to. Like, okay, but yeah, that's how I came about. And then I looked up who they were talking about, and I saw Pam Greer, and I was like, okay, yes, you can call me that. If that's yeah, I accepted the nickname with open arms after I saw the pictures of Pam Greer. Beautiful, beautiful lady, beautiful. Yes. All right, Wonder Woman. I'm liking these. It's popping, popping for me. Yes. Okay, here we go. I'm liking it. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to do this gold again. Let me see. Okay, okay, the light part. Let's put the lighter part in the middle. I'm gonna add a little bit of white. I'm still trying to practice doing, doing gold. I did better on the front page with it. I guess I should have written down the order in which I used the colors. But why would I do that? That would be so much like doing the right thing. Who does that? All right, so put a little bit on this side. They are. A little bit on this side. Awesome. Okay, putting a little bit on, and now, okay, so we use this white crystal. You better remember this. Okay, that. Now I think we should add just a little bit. That's not it. It needs to be an orangey brown. Let's add this orangey brown. Just a little bit of that orangey brown. And then we're going to add the darker color. All right, this might be a little bit better. And now let's kind of let them blend together. Yes. Hello, Denise. Denise on Facebook. Thank you for stopping by. Moonlight coloring in the Fox's Den. Yes, this is Crystal the Fox Colorist coming to you live from the Fox's Den for what? Okay, I went out of the line. I'm gonna fix that when it gets dry. Moonlight coloring. Wanted to color Wonder Woman to say we appreciate all the women for Women's History Month. Yes, as women, we do so many things. In my spirit of Tupac, you are appreciated. I'm gonna live with that. It's gonna get better each and every time. When I practice coloring that gold color, it's gonna get better each and every time. All right, so Wonder Woman's sitting here with her sword. Okay, so we have her oh, and she got arrows, y'all. Oh, Wonder Woman is not playing with y'all. Okay. Hmm. What color are we going to make? I'm not making everything gold. I'm not doing that, okay? I'm not gonna make it pink though, J. Carey. Um let's give it a do I want to give it an olive? I kind of like that olive against her skin. Hmm. Hmm. I could make it a purple for royalty. Yes. I got royalty running through my DNA. Yes. Wait a minute. I love it when I forget to do a whole hand. That made me think about that song, Royalty Running Through My DNA. Yes. Wonder Woman is looking very strong in this picture. Let's just say that. Okay. All right, there we go. I'm not gonna make it pink. I know you like pink, but if I could do it like a deep, rich purple, that would be amazing. But I don't know if I could. I'm thinking I want to go with like a silver or a gray type color because it is a shield. We'll see what I'm gonna go with. I'm not gonna try to create a silver combination because I'm just gonna go with I want something that pops though. So let me color. I'm just gonna do it with let's start with a very light, I like gray. One thing that I love about Neocolor too, you can color like haphazardly, like, okay, everything is not, all the lines are not going in the same direction. You know, some are horizontal, some are vertical, and it'll still come out cute. Like, once you add that water to it, it's like gremlins. It'll come out right. It'll come out at night. It'll come out right. Even when you add, when you add, it's okay. Now, if you do that with some colored pencils, yeah, it's gonna look a little like you need to do some blending, a whole lot of blending. But yes, you can do that. Okay, so is that her back? That is not her back. Not really sure. Oh, that must be her pouch for her arrows. Now, see, when I grew up, Wonder Woman didn't throw arrows. What about y'all? She had those bracelets and she had that lasso that made you tell the truth. Hello? Okay, I ain't even gonna say what I'm thinking. I'm like, some people need that lasso now, but I digress. Um, yes. I don't remember Wonder Woman having no arrows. Who had arrows? I don't think no one had arrows. Okay, y'all, this Wonder Woman 2025. That's why she has arrows, okay? But I see her lasso over here doing the most. I do. I don't think I used I must have used colored pencil to color her lasso on the other page because that thing is serving. Okay, so we are going to make her shield, shield of protection. Sometimes we need shields in our life, y'all, to block out the nonsense. I almost said something else. See, thank God for the Holy Spirit. Woo, I almost said something else. To block out stuff. It's late, y'all. Okay, so here we go. Let's add just a little bit of water to this. Let's get a bigger brush so we are not painting and coloring this all night. Yeah, so it's almost the end of March. It is. So, coming in April in the Fox's Den, we're going to be doing a lot with watercolors. I'm going to give y'all a preview of all the different watercolors that I have. I did get some new products on Crayola Island. Y'all know I love Crayola products. But yeah, I'm gonna let them sit for a little bit because the watercolor's been talking junk. They like, yeah, you bought us, but you keep talking about them daggone Crayola products. What about us? What about Raven? What about the watercolor products? So we are going to talk about my watercolor surprise in April. I'm excited about it because I love laying down watercolors as a base and then going in and adding like, accents so that things don't take as long to color. See, look at that. Whoop de doo. Whoop, boom, boom, boom. That's done. That's colored. Now I'm gonna go back over it to make it darker. But see, it's already done. I would still be coloring if I was using colored pencil. And there's nothing wrong with colored pencils. Colored pencils, don't be offended. Do not be offended. Colored pencils. Don't act like that. Don't do it. But yes, um, let's make her pouch a darker black. I'm thinking, what book could this be? Do y'all do that? You have a picture and you're like, well, what is this? I'm just going to say this is her pouch for her arrows. That's what I'm saying, and I'm sticking with it. All right. Okay, I'm moving right along. I'm moving right along. Again, moonlight coloring. Once a month in the fox's den. Once a month, y'all. Once a month, because a fox need her rest. A fox needs to sleep. But once a month, I'm gonna do a little moonlight coloring. Yes, the light of the moon. I don't know how I'm feeling about that. I feel like I need a little bit more color. Coloring something fun. All right, add a little bit more color to that. There we go. I love to color right before I go to bed, especially something fun that I want to color. And I keep saying want to color because, sometimes, we don't, sometimes I color things because I want to learn how to color them. Okay, period. It's like, look, I want to be able to say I know how to color this thing. So that's what what I do. But right before I go to bed, I want to color something fun. I think it was Confunction who sang that song. Fun, fun, fun. Where my brother at when I need him? I know you know that song, Smiles. The way we used to listen to the radio when we were kids. Yes. And don't let them be doing a countdown. My brother would put his tape recorder on, and back in the day when they put the tape recorder on, you couldn't talk because then the tape recorder would pick it up. So you had to be quiet. And we all know how good I am at being quiet. Anywho, but yes, the fun, the fun. That's when kids really play with each other and have fun, and they weren't just like looking at their phones and stuff. You play with people who were near you, not like on the internet, far away. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying. So this is her lasso, which I have other colors on it. But I know y'all remember the lasso of truth. Wonder Woman would get to throwing that thing and put it around the bad guy. Next thing you know, he done sung like a bird, a mockingbird, and told all the truth. They say snitches get stitches. Well, he gonna be getting some stitches because he was snitching on everybody once that the lasso of truth got him. Okay, we're not mad at you, Wonder Woman. Make them tell the truth. So last time, I don't think this is the oh, I think I used my polychromos. This is not it on the lasso of truth. That is not the one that I use. Here it is. Here, Polly, Polly, Polly. Here, Polly. I think I used my polychromos on the outside. Shout out to Bubbles. Um, she loves her polychromos. We are a house divided here in the Fox's Den. In the Fox's Den, we love polychromos and we also love Prismacolors. I have weekly conversations with these art supplies and I tell them, look at here, y'all got to get along. Ain't nobody going nowhere. So you might as well learn to live in the Fox's Den in what harmony? Harmony. Now I should not be applying this color down while this is wet. Do not be like me. Wait for things to dry. Wait for them to dry. Okay, so let me add a little bit more color on her, what is it, her shield. Okay, I wanted to kind of pop out a little bit. There we go. You better do it, Wonder Woman. Come to save the day. Forget about Underdog or whatever his name was. Here I come to save the day. Now, Wonder Woman. Boom. I think that was it. Linda Carter. That was her name, I believe. I do believe. Okay. Shout out to Michaela Colors. Michaela Colors. Michaela, I'm almost finished my page. I'm almost finished my page. We're doing a project book. I really didn't even know what a project book was, but you know me, I'm always excited and yeah, let's do it. But a project coloring book is where you and the individuals or a group of people decide to we're gonna color this coloring book from cover to cover. I'm like, all right then, let's do it. So we are coloring World of Flowers together. So this is our second page, and I love coloring flowers, but Johanna Basford, they can be a little bit challenging, but sometimes we need challenges in our life to next level us up. I love to level up, but the level up requires work. It does. All right, Wonder Woman. So here we have this little, is this a piece of wood? What is it that what is, what is this? That wood? I'm not really sure what that is. It's not a monster. That's the sky behind her. Um, I want that to pop somehow. So let me take a darker color that I have never used. This is, let's see what color this is. Mhm. It's indigo blue. I'm going to use a little bit of indigo blue on the outside. So let me tell you what I did. Um, if you look at your colored pencils, if you're a colorist, okay? If you like open your colored pencils and you look at them, some of them are really short, some of them are long because they have not been touched. Um, yeah, we have colors that we tend to go to all the time. Kind of like when we dress, when we put on our outfits. Um, or when we purchase clothes. Like I'm always gonna have black or a dark color on the bottom, meaning like, I'm gonna have that on the bottom, but I digress. So when I went to Jamaica, I said I am only taking the pencils with me that are long, meaning that they're pencils that I never use. Okay. I never used those colors. And I said that I was going to do that. Why? Because I needed to come up with color combinations or just use those pencils and give them short ones a break before they, because some of my pencils, they don't, sell them, like on open stock onesies. So I said, and I just bumped my head, but I'm fine. I'm going to do that. That is what I'm going to do. And guys, I came up with the best combinations that I would have never thought, that I could come up with because I took those pencils that I never used. Um, yeah, and I know. Look, I feel like that'll preach. I know that apply to something in our life. I know it is. I know it definitely applies to something in our closet, something that we never wear. Okay, that's really cute. We thought it was cute when we bought it. Why are we not wearing it? Hello? But yes. What is something that you rarely use? It's just sitting there looking at you like, why'd you buy me? I could have went to another owner, especially in our art supplies. Do we always go to the same art supplies? Do we always? Do we have our old faithfuls? Okay. I like this color. When it dries, I'm gonna add white, more white to it. Okay, why I'm coughing? Excuse me. So one thing that I learned, let me just say this from Neocolor tubes. I mean, you could just place a light outline within a picture. And it's like, Crystal, you don't need to be coloring all hard. You don't have to lay that much color down to get a good result. You don't. Things that I learned. I'll have to do that. Things that I learned when trying to master Neocolor too. And that's definitely something I learned. Again, I like to keep just a little bit of water on a palette. And look at that. That is such a beautiful color to me. Excuse me, y'all. I guess my lungs are like, we supposed to be asleep. Why are you up? Okay. Look at that. I just love that. And I love that. Beautiful. Awesome. I like it lighter. Hmm, I really do. All right, so we have some deep indigo blue. Of course, we have her skin tone. We have some red on her outfit with blue and our wannabe gold because it wanna be gold. It wants to be. It's our wannabe gold. And then we have like a greenish gray on her shield. All right. So we have like 10 more minutes to do. So I'm not sure what plans anyone has for the weekend. I hope you have something planned that's fun. I was just talking to my daughter in Utah. I think she said it's gonna be like 30 some degrees there. I'm like, you can have that. Cause yeah, it's nice and warm in the Atlanta, Georgia area. Yay us, okay? Yay us. All right, so we are gonna put this canary yellow on this white. My thought process is I want it to be its shiniest in the middle. And since all this, like this, there's not like a lot of, this is almost like coloring grayscale when I look at it. Okay, so then on each side, okay, that's our lightest yellow. Okay, so then we're just gonna go with this golden orchard on close to it on this side. Yes, and then on this side. I have to learn how to make a larger object goal. That's one of the things that I'm working on. How to make a larger okay object goal. And now let's use our last brown. Let's see how this comes out. I guess I should have made her sword gray since I made her shield gray. You know, I like to match. But if you're going off the wall, you don't need to be worried about your darn, stuff matching. But I digress. All right, so here we go. Let's see what happens this time. I just thought about something. I wonder is this where I should apply that concept of light to dark? I'm not sure. By the time I finish this book, though, I will be. I'm not sure what this look like, but it's in between the lines. Let's use a bigger brush. Let's use a bigger brush. There we go. Y'all see how well the color spreads for you? I think needs to look a little bit more golden. One thing that I learned that's great. Once you let it dry, then you can go back in and like add more color. I've noticed that if I just keep adding color without letting it get dry, it just starts looking muddy. Like it just it has a really muddy look, and that's definitely not the look that I'm going for. Muddy. All right, so let me flip through this book just a little bit, just to show you some pages in it. Show you some pages that I have already colored. Again, I wanted to color her because it's Women's History Month, and I just wanted to represent, for the women. I know as a kid I loved looking at Wonder Woman. So glad that they had superheroes, that were women because that's what we are. We are some superheroes. Yes, we are. Now let me tell you something. Coloring can it relaxes you. You can do so many things with coloring. I love hanging out with friends and coloring. I've had some of the best in-depth conversations with individuals while coloring. I really have. I've learned so many things about individuals while what? Coloring. So let me show you some pages that I that I started coloring in this awesome book. I purchased this book from Ollie's, okay? And it's a adult coloring book, Wonder Woman. And it definitely is the adult coloring book version of Wonder Woman because I this is hilarious. But this it was only $1.99, okay? So I definitely had to get it. But I started off by coloring the front page, and I love the way the lasso came out. And as you can see, when I do it right, I do gold some justice. I'm not sure why I can't do it right tonight, but that's okay. Sometimes you're on, sometimes you're off. Okay, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. So, yes, and I love the way her skin came out. I'm not sure what type of animal this is, but yes. So she's serving and swerving. So I love this Wonder Woman right here because if this isn't a pose I have done standing, like you don't want the smoke. I love this pose. So it seems to go back in time, back and forth in time with Wonder Woman. So this must have been like how she was, maybe drawn originally. But the fact that it's 10 cent, how about that? That must be from 1899. And then of course I did, these pictures. I started coloring this one. I couldn't even figure out what these words, but I guess these are like some robot she, throat punching with her fine thigh. Way to go, Wonder Woman. But let me just flip through. I thought this was really funny because this is like an aspect from Spider-Man, and Wonder Woman looking like, look at here, I don't need no sugar, you know, just get down. And what's another one? I started coloring this one right here. And her outfit's a little bit different. Here's the 10 cent Wonder Woman. But I wanted to show you this one page that I just thought was hilarious. Okay, so this must be the Nicki Minaj Wonder Woman with the tongue. Yeah, what's up with that? I thought that was hilarious because I don't ever remember Wonder Woman sticking her tongue out that like that. Okay, I don't remember that, but that was funny to me. And let me just show you another page that was shocking. I cannot remember who this person is, the leopard lady. Where is it? Because I did not know this. That's from Looney. That's Elmer Fudd. Is that Elmer Fudd? I think that's Elmer Fudd from your the Looney Tunes. But y'all, why y'all ain't tell me that Wonder Woman and Superman had a romance, and does Lois Lane know? I just want to know. Does Lois Lane know? Because I don't remember this affair. I don't remember it. Do y'all? Let me know in the comments. I did not know. But just flipping through the book a little bit. I cannot wait to color some of these other pages. They're fun. Did not know. Hey. That song Caught Up in a One Night Love Affair is coming to my mind, but I digress. But all I want to know is did Lois Lane know? I wanted did she know, y'all? Okay. I ain't gonna, I'm good at keeping secrets. I'm not gonna tell on you, Wonder Woman. I'm not. I'm not gonna tell on you. Okay. So this is Crystal the Foxy Colorist. Yes. I hope you enjoyed this moonlight coloring. We were coloring Wonder Woman. Yep. For what? For Women's History Month. We use Neocolor too. They are crowns that are water soluble. You could just color like you were a little kid using Crayolas, but you don't have to put down as much color. And then you can take a paintbrush or a watercolor brush and just move the color around and voila, masterpiece. All right. I hope you enjoyed this Wonder Woman picture. I know I did enjoy coloring it for you. Well, I'm about to go to bed, y'all. It's late here on the East Coast. But like I always say, keep it foxy. Peace.